In this video we're going to look at how to put multiple titles onto one clip. If you haven't watched the video of how to put titles onto movie clips, I'd go and do that now, otherwise you're going to be a bit confused as to what I'm doing here. So I've got a single clip that I've downloaded from Videezy. It's nothing really exciting, it's just something that I want to put some titles on. So first thing I'm going to do, just zoom in a little bit so that we can see the clip. It's not a very long clip, it's under 30 seconds. And what we're going to do is just very quickly add a title to this. We'll go to the VFX button, just drag this bottom window up so that we can see what we're doing. Now we do have an audio track and a video track, and in this case the audio is really not important. We're really going to be messing around with the video track, so I'm just going to disable them for now just so that they don't get in the way. Zoom in again. What we're going to do is press the plus button. We're going to go to our DVEs and click on text. And then we're just going to put a title in. Now normally what we do is we pick up a title and we put it on our clip. In this case you can see that the text is now on the screen. So let's just do a very quick increase in size like so. The font I'm not really worried about, and the color I'm not worried about for now. And what I'm going to do is just call this title 1. So that's going to be our first title. Now if we go to our clip, right click and click on unfold, you can see that Lightworks makes your titles as long as the clip is. So it doesn't matter which DVE you put in, whether it's a color or a text or a flip it upside down effect, it will just make that effect as long as the clip itself. So what we need to do is, number one, shorten the clip. And the easiest way to do that is to disable the video. And remembering I've already disabled the audio down there, we're just going to take our title, let's say a few seconds here, and I'm going to press C on my keyboard. You can see that I've cut the title, and I'm going to pick it up and just throw it away there. Now what will happen if I re-enable the video is that my title is much shorter than my clip, which is actually what I wanted. It only lasts a few seconds now, and when those seconds run out the title disappears. Now I'm going to give you a word of warning because I do this a lot and I can't figure out why it happens. What I tend to do is I disable my video and then I move a VFX around, and the effect of that is the video underneath the VFX will go black, and it's really frustrating. So let me just undo that with my keyboard, and what I'm going to do is show you that when you move a title or a DVE inside a clip, don't disable it, don't switch it off, instead leave it on. So when you move your titles or any other DVE around your clips, do it while your video tracks are enabled when they're switched on. Otherwise, again, I'll show you, if you move it like this, the video goes black underneath, and it's really frustrating, and you'll end up spending half an hour just trying to figure out what happened. So let's say if we wanted to put another set of titles on the same clip. So we've got this running like that, title 1. It then goes off the screen, and what if we wanted another title here? Well, the easiest way to do this right now is to press Alt on our keyboard, that's the ALT button, pick up the first title and just drag it where you want the second title to begin, and there it is. So we'll have title 1 over here, and then when the second title comes we'll call that title 2, and you can see that we now have 2 titles on the screen. So if I just play that, title 1 will come up. When it gets to here, title 1 will disappear off the screen, and then title 2 will come on. So that's a really easy way of taking a clip and just throwing titles on. Now, what if you don't want the same title? So in this case, we just copied and pasted our original title onto here. So what if, for example, you wanted a different style of text? So maybe you do want a crawl or a roll. So in this case, what we're going to have to do is slightly different. I'll pick that off and throw it away. So what we can do is, if you do want a different text or a different style of text, what we're going to have to do is pick up the titles and again put it on top of our clip. Now in this case you can see it's just huge. It takes up the entire length. That's okay, that's not an emergency right now, so let's just zoom that out and we'll go back to where we were, and simply I'm going to go to the length that I want the title, again disable, switch off the video track, press C on my keyboard, throw away what I don't want, switch the video track back on and move it to where I want it, and again we now have a title where we want it. Now, granted, it's not as easy as other programs where you can simply just drag and resize the VFX as you want to, but in this case it's not so bad, and it doesn't take too much longer to get used to this way of doing things. So here we have title 1 and here we have title 2, and obviously I put the same title on as title 1, but you could have chosen any other title just to get the effect that you want. Now, another question I was asked is, how do you adjust the lengths of the text or the DVEs that you've got on your clip once you've got them on? Because as you can see, I've got my two titles, title 1 and title 2, but I can't really do anything to them. I can move them around, but I can't make them longer or shorter. Now in this case, we're just going to treat the titles as if they're normal movie clips. So in this case, we're going to have to go back to edit, and you can see, let's just zoom in a little bit, and you can see, just like any other movie clip or any other audio track, the VFX now can be treated as if they're normal videos. And if you've watched my other videos, you know that we're going to get into a mess when we start pushing and pulling. If I undo that, so of course we have to disable everything that we want to not affect. We go to our titles and we can now lengthen and shorten them as we want to. And of course, if you now want to move them around, the same rule applies as if you were in the VFX button. Switch on your video track and move your titles around, otherwise you're going to get that black screen. So that's a really quick video in how to get multiple titles onto movie clips, how to move them around, how to shorten them, how to lengthen them, and basically how to control where your VFXs are and how long they are and what they do.